Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Hermit Skies. Since the last episode, I've only changed a few things. You might notice this is a lot higher, and the reason for that is because, quite simply, I have just been throwing a bunch of iron in here. You'll see, you know, some gold and some steel as well, because I have now got a bunch of these as well. You know, they're all set up, so they'll just go into this chest with some item conduits, and I've got this set up so I can just take a chest or something along those lines full of items, like in here, for example, put them here, and then they'll all go in. In fact, whilst we are quickly here, I'm going to just throw all these in, just so we can have some steel and some gold. And the real reason I have been doing this is for steel, because I think I mentioned it in the last episode. I wanted to do that dynamic tank thing over here. So currently I've set up some tier 5 cobblestone generators. They'll go into, so I just need the yellorium at this point. I have all the crucibles. They're not difficult to make, obviously, so they're all set up. I think it's 121, and then I just need some fluid cables, some item conduits, and yeah, just the dynamic tank, and that'll all be done. Other than that, though, yeah, I've done that fully, done that over there. I've added some more items over here, so I've got some upgrades in here as well. And there was something else. Yeah, I put a wall up here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but, you know, with this whole thing, it sort of throws ores all over the place, so I just instead decided to add a wall around so it can actually do that. It does seem to work. I just need to find a better way, more graceful way of doing it. Also, some of these are spawned. I've got some fluid cows, so this is a molten iron one. This is a molten king slime. This is a molten infinity. Oh, damn. I'm not sure if they're on, like, unlimited. Also, for some reason, I am Alex. I don't know why. My internet maybe was acting up a little earlier, so that might be why. But if I can get some buckets, I just want to take like 5 buckets and see if I can get, in theory, just infinite molten infinity. No, it does take a little while, because I remember I just did it with the molten iron one. I didn't actually check it. But molten infinity, molten king slime, I'm not actually sure with infinity what you can actually make. You can make an infinity ingot, I assume, which is a thing. But these are, I'm pretty sure, just like insanely powerful items that we can create from this. And if I can find a molten infinity ingot, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Because I actually didn't see this one. We have an infinity ingot, but that requires extreme crafting. So it doesn't actually look like the molten infinity can be used other than to make, you know, a thing like this. And it can be used to make a pickaxe, which looks like it. No, it's not as fast as our carbon one, but the attack is actually higher. I actually want to have a look. Obviously, it's not going to be, but that's 42 attack damage or 38.22 attack damage. Not going to be better than our epilatry sword for 999 damage. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see that we've got, you know, it's such an interesting item there. Another thing I did as well is I have changed this up a bit. So this is now set up to actually take items from here, put them through here. All of the 5 tiers that I want of loot bags are instantly put into here, and then everything that I want is thrown into this stuff. So I can take a cardboard box, take this and put it up to that furnace or that smeltery, and it'll take all these out whilst they're still locked. So that also works there. Got a bunch of these. I've been taking the diamond ones and a bunch of carbon and such things. Now, something actually happened. This pack updated just before I started today's video, and something very, very good happened. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I was saying I really wish bat bags weren't a thing. And it seems that now they are not. We currently have this, a bat bag, which currently has, you know, no texture. And I was wondering why there was a massive, you know, purple block. Now, what I actually want to do is I want to actually just throw them all in here. We've got a storage upgrade in here. I just want to take all of these bat bags. And because they're no longer, in theory, an item, I just want to get rid of, well, I don't want to get rid of them, is my point. What I want to do is I want to take all of them that I have, because previously I was just throwing them in the recycling bin over here along with bows, and I wasn't checking metadata on those. But I want to basically take all the bat bags I can, and since they, in theory, shouldn't drop anymore, or that is my theory at least, they might still drop, but we now have 40 of those just to hold on to, because we might in some time in the future need some backpacks. Also, you may notice there's a bunch more random items. Why are bows dropping? Why are chain stuff and golden stuff and you know, heads dropping. The reason for that is I spent most of my diamonds, and I have now got diamond spikes in there, and diamond spikes are pretty cool. So they act like normal spikes. They'll take them down to 0 health, but they will drop player kill only items, which means we are getting a bunch of, you know, catalyzing glands, which are the stuff you can make, like, you can make, where is it? You know, gas tiers, and we can make gunpowder, and we're getting the nebulous hearts, we're getting some chest plates, mainly because I want chain and steel ones, because obviously I want that armor. But it does mean we're getting a bunch of random other stuff, which we can now switch this back on, and that'll get rid of those, and hopefully clear this up a little more. But you can see that this place is filling up. I need to get rid of a bunch of items, but I need to work on, you know, maybe having one box for each item that we can possibly get out of here, and then just doing that. It might have to end up being like that, but for now, that is not something we're worrying about. For now, though, we have this Certus Quartz seed. I actually found out, I put it down here, there's 89 different seeds, which means if we did the outside again, that's 20 different chunk areas, and we could do it with, you know, having, you know, one in each corner and then having the corners slightly high. Something else I found is the update to the pack means that uranium no longer has a seed, so it's actually 88 seeds now. And that is not including the infernium seeds, so it could be up to 89 now, but instead it just goes to yellorium seeds, which are tier 5 ones. So I think it basically is still 88 or 89, which means we can do that whole thing and just have a few corner bits that are slightly higher. So maybe we'll do that in the future. I mainly want to check if, like, what the cooldown for those are. I think I saw a picture once where someone basically put all, like, one of every single molten cow and put in, I don't know what the block is, but they've got them on a block in a confined area, and it's just basically sucking out, you know, buckets every time they can, which might be interesting. I'm not sure if it's a, it might be a mine factory reloaded, because I assume it might be, I think it's called a sewer. Yeah, I feel like it might be one of these, but I'm not entirely sure. But nonetheless, this has been growing in the background. We now have 48 of these, because I've been lucky with also fertilized essence. Actually, it's been quite good. And we should now be able to make all the presses that we need. So we need Pure Certus Quartz. Haven't done that yet, but we can do the rest of them at the very least. Apparently, I completely forgot about the one thing. So have we got... We do have a lot of yellorium. Why am I not using that? Maybe I should have enough by now. So I need diamond, gold, and a silicon or a sky dust. I'm going to use the sky stone dust since we have so much of it. And what we actually also need to do is go back over here, find the sand, and we need to put these two together for that. Now, I don't know... For a growth accelerator, or a growth crystal gem, we need 6, but for a growth accelerator, I'm just trying to think of if we could make this beforehand and power it separately, because there is a way you can power it with, like, RF. So we have a fluix block, that's fine. Fluix cables, or glass cables, some quartz glass, and some iron. Now that's not too difficult to make, and then those should not be too difficult to make, considering... Fluix crystals themselves aren't too difficult to make. Well, we need an enrichment chamber. But we do have a block of the enrichment stuff. Or not the block of it, but we have a block of fluix. So we could make these. We just need quartz dust, a bunch of sand / glass. So let's take a stack out of there, for example. Throw it all in here. Also, I've still got a bunch of iron going through here. I've needed a lot recently, and I've just needed to put this chest back to actually being useful. So, my point is, if I can just get this working, have one of those. In fact, let's have 2. Just so we've got them. I need some iron. Funnily enough, we've got a bunch of that. And what else do we need? We need a quartz glass, which is just glass, and 5 Certus Quartz / whatever else it is. Just another quartz stuff. So we can do that. In fact, we could actually make 2 of these if we wanted. But I need to look up Applied Energistics. there is an item, and I'm not sure. I don't know if the... Yeah, we can't make the ME controller yet, because we need the inscriber, which we could actually make as well. I just need slime balls, and I'm not sure the best way of getting slime balls, unless that king slime bucket we have could be used instead. But what I need is I think it's called an energy acceptor? Here it is. Some quartz glass, some iron, and a fluix crystal. So once again, we'll use these fluix blocks we've been getting, and we'll get some Certus Quartz out. We need an energy acceptor in order to do this, because we need a way of giving power to the growth accelerator. So that should then be able to take us from having... where do we want to put this? Maybe we'll just do it out the back here. But what we want to do is have this, which I don't know if it'll show anything, but there's that doing its job. But the issue we're going to have is that I need water with it. So I need to get some cobblestone, and it's going to be very ugly for the moment. But we're going to need cobblestone pretty much just around the sides here. And this is only one growth accelerator. Once we have 6 of them, I'll make a growth accelerator chamber thing. But I need, other than that, a bucket, of which I have a ton in here. Some water, which is right there. And this right here. And let's just throw these in. They will not despawn. Now we just need to wait for those to actually process, because I completely forgot about them. Now, what we can do is have these around. One of those, and the sky stone dust as well. Ready to move forward with that. Where should we put these for the moment? We'll put them in here. And then we just need to wait for that to grow and be done. And once that is done, we can hopefully move on to Applied Energistics, because as you can see, we're running out of space quite quickly. So yeah, let us wait for that to happen. Unless I can make what I need. What did I need? Like, what's the... Oh, right, it's the presses. Unless I can make that... No, I can't. Okay, so it has to be in a puddle of water to make the process faster, add crystal growth accelerators. So let's quickly see how far it is now. It's already at 7%. Okay. So we just have to wait. It's not been that long. Already at 7%. And then once we get a crystal growth chamber, it'll be even better. So I'm going to take care of this creeper. See if I can get any more molten infinity. That'll be quite nice. And see you once that's done. Yay, we have more molten infinity. Now I need to work out what I'm going to do with it. Do you know what? Apparently I just can't read because, well, oh, just realized that there. First off, I found that we can use the infinity to get a really nice pickaxe head, which compared to this has the same mining speed, which was a base of 200, but durability, this had, so let's see, the carbon one had, where is it? The carbon one had a durability of 1,200 and a mining speed of 200. Now this one has a durability of 20,000 and still a mining speed of 200, and the mining levels are carbon and 15. I'm not sure which is higher, but I think, I feel like infinity is higher than carbon. So it also has an attack of 200 compared to an attack of 25. So it'll actually be a real upgrade for us. So what I'm going to have to do is find the, we have some carbon ingots somewhere. Yeah, we've got them somewhere in here. The problem with having not a lot of space is I'm not got like designated areas for certain things. So let's find a carbon ingot. Unless I used them all, at which point that would be a little bit worrying. Nope, there we are. So what we're going to do is go over here. We're going to fix this up, and we're going to replace this, which shouldn't change a modifier, which is good. And this now goes from same mining speed, but the attack goes from 22.2 to 112.63, but loses the +2 versus the nether, but I feel like that's not a huge problem. So that's an infinity pickaxe with a bunch more durability. That'll be good. And we have a cow that's literally giving us the materials, which is pretty good. Now, something I found interesting is because you can't mold it into a infinity ingot, it actually doesn't display it as being ingots. It's 107 nuggets, which, interestingly, I want to have a look quickly. If I can find an infinity nugget. No. So it doesn't even show that. So that's a little weird. I feel like it would be easier if it said ingots, but it would be a bit confusing. Nonetheless, yeah, as I said, the reason I'm an idiot is because it's probably finished by now at this rate. No, it's not. But the Certus Quartz seed here, which is at 50%. Now, I originally... Also, I might upgrade my carbon shortbow to an infinity shortbow at this rate. But the reason I said I'm an idiot is because the crystal growth accelerator requires a Fluix block. And now I was like, oh, I can't really make Fluix blocks except by getting this stuff. You can. Just Certus Quartz, Nether Quartz, and Redstone Dust. So if we wanted to, we could quite easily just take 64 of these, 64... charged Certus Quartz and some Nether Quartz. Now, the only problem is I don't know how to make this into Nether Quartz, but I think, I might be wrong here, but I think I have a bunch over here. Yes, I do. Good. So I have a bunch over here from loot bags, actually. So we'll get that quickly. We'll put those in. That's going to make an absolute ton of Fluix crystals, which should hold us over. And what I want to do is... oh, apparently they didn't all drop. 1, 2, and finally those. Come on. There we are. So that's 2 stacks of those now. Basically what I'm saying here is we can now make the crystal growth accelerators and move on to these here, because it shouldn't be too difficult now because we've got a bunch of all this stuff. So where's all that stuff I had? I want all this back in my inventory. And what else do we need? Glass, iron, I guess, and the Fluix crystals that are here. And apparently that can't sort it for some reason. So we are missing these. So I'm going to just quickly make 16 of those because they are interchangeable. We're going to make 1 more of those. What else do we need? We need more Fluix, crystal glass stuff. Take some of that. Let's just make a bunch of it. What else do we need? Iron. Not difficult, is it? So we want 6 of these in total. So we want 3. We need 2 more. What else are we missing? We're missing more of these. So we'll just create 2 more of those, which should be enough for 2 more of those, which means I need a bucket, but we can then pick up this water, this crystal growth accelerator, go over here, and with a little bit of fiddling about, we should be able now to make... I need more glass. Okay. Not difficult. Let's just get another stack of it. I love this stuff for traveling. It makes my life so much easier. So let's just throw all that in there. That's going to make a bunch of glass up. We then need more of that. And then just... boom. There we go. All our cables we need. I need a hopper and a chest. So luckily they're fairly easy. Assuming I have the resources for them, which I might not do. There's a chest, and then I just need a hopper, so I need that and some iron, which is not difficult. That's good. Right. Crystal growth accelerator. So we are going to get hopefully a bunch of these completed, but now we shouldn't actually need water. What should happen is these should just go up fairly quickly, as we can see. So what we can do in the future now is, instead of having to drop blocks down and stuff like that, all we have to do is put an input and then have a filter with an output of only the fully grown ones. So Pure Certus Quartz sorted. Make another press. Don't need 2 of them. We now have all the presses that we need. I feel like I need another another chest. We do have this one over here, so I'm just gonna quickly procure that for myself, and that's just going to be all of our kind of Applied Energistics stuff, and we're just going to quickly put that away so we've got a clear inventory. And I think I'm just going to upgrade a lot of my stuff to infinity over time, just because I can probably increase durability even more on this just by putting infinity tool rod and infinity binding and stuff on there as well, just so it's full infinity. because it's not going to matter too much. Oh, sun crystals, they look interesting. And obviously this crafting table now, or crafting station, can have the chest next to it and use that, which is really nice as well. So, let's have a look at our book. Go into here, go into here. That's going to then complete us that. We're then going to need an inscriber, which I'm just going to unbox this quickly. A lesser ring of experience, which we can throw in there. Apparently, I think that should get us experience, like, from the outside, like, you know, from... Should basically bring experience in easier, is my understanding. Now, just need some wood. Gonna need that. I need to make some pistons. 2 regular pistons. I need some sort of... How do you make tar? How do you make, like, any slime balls? King slime. What's that bucket we had? Is it king slime or is it named something else? Oh, night slime. Can you make a night slime? I guess it's molten, so the thought is you can't. How do you make slime balls? That's the main thing here. Unless I get like a magma cube. I think you can use magma slime as sticky piston. What can I use? Slime ball, coagulated blood. Maybe I'll use that. A slime ball, pink slime ball, slime ball, slime ball. How do I make coagulated blood? 160 milliliter buckets of blood in there. Right, time to damage myself. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Boom. Hopefully that should be enough. I assume it's 10 millibuckets per. Yes, it is. Coagulated blood. I'm going to need to do it twice, aren't I? Okay, let's just heal up a little bit. And once that's done, we will get our second one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. Should make... Oh, that's not going to work because it's at the very top. I knew there was a reason I should, you know, use that blood. I actually looked up that recipe a little while back and remembered it was a thing. I was like, oh, I'm going to never use that. Because I had like 10 millibuckets of blood in there and I was like, I'm never going to use that up, you know, the proper way. How am I going to do this? Oh, wait. Now I have a way. Sticky piston, inscriber. I need fluix crystal, some of that, and it should be, if I remember correctly, just from that recipe. An inscriber is as such. We should have just, you know, the energy acceptor, so we can just throw it next to there. For the moment, we can use all those presses, and that's going to complete a bunch of quests for us because we went ahead and did a bunch of stuff out of sync, because I didn't want to have to wait. Growth chamber, already sorted. Let's see what we are lucky with this time. I don't think we can be much luckier than this thing, but we'll see. Nature core, Rod of the shifting crust. Ultra rare, not sure what that is. And a lesser ring of experience, which I think you can use 4 of those to make another one. So yeah, however you make one, you know, if we get 2 more, guess we can do that. Now, this is the thing I'm interested in. Rune of Sloth, Living Wood Twig. How do you make that? Mana Diamond, Rune of Air, Rune of Autumn. I'm not sure how to use it, but it says it's ultra rare, or like... It said it was somewhat rare at least, so very interested in that at the very least. I'm also interested on how I get more of these, because they just showed up, and I want to know how to get more of them. Where are you? There you are. Right, though. That is actually... the inscriber finished. Where should we go from here, I wonder? So we have the processor, we have the advanced inscriber. How do you make the advanced inscriber? Because I feel like that's going to make our life easier anyway. We need 2 hoppers, some iron, and an engineering processor, which is a printed circuit. printed silicon, and redstone. Should be easy. Right then, so yeah, that should be fairly easy. We just need some silicon. We actually need 2. 2 diamonds, 2 redstone, 2 silicon. Very easy, especially when we got to this point. So 1, 2, you can see we've got a lot of those, even though I spent, I think it was 252 on those diamond spikes in total. So yeah, 2 silicon, which we should have a ton of now, and 2 redstone, which we're actually getting a lot of due to these witches' hats, which, you know, we've got quite a lot of from both the loot bags now and also the what are they called? The witches do drop them with the diamond spikes, so that's pretty cool. So we need a silicon press to do 2 of these, and hopefully we can get some speed upgrades fairly soon, but it's actually going quite quickly, to be honest. Then we need a, what is it, a engineering, so this one. So once these 2 are done, throw all 3 in, you know, happy days, all sorted, and we can make this. We just need 2 chests, 2 iron. Wood is the only thing we're really short on. We can just get the iron obviously quite easily, so we'll just do that for the moment. We need 2 chests, 2 iron, or 10 iron. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we'll just take a stack and then be done with it, you know. Right. 2 of those. And then we just need the second processor, and also then finally the other thing. So I'm going to put the magnet on for this one once it's done, because I don't want to lose it. There we are. And then I'll take the magnet off me. Then advanced inscriber. I actually don't know what the difference is, but I'm assuming it's just generally better. Plus also quest completion. So we can actually lock these, which is quite cool. And can't be removed with automation. So we can also get more upgrades in it, it looks like. So that's from AE stuff, A2 stuff, and that's just normal one from Applied Energistics. So let us also complete that. Let's see what we get. A lesser ring of experience. Only 1 more to go. And then we need, you know, bottles of enchanting, which I'm not even sure how to make. Essence, experience essence, or experience chunks. Or we can turn 1 lesser ring into 2 of those. How do we make that? You gotta get experience chunks, which drop chance 10%. I'm not sure. I guess those are from maybe, actually, I'm not even sure, because like we've got looting 40 and I haven't even seen a mob chunk yet. So I'm not actually sure what the way of getting those. This one I am pretty happy with though. The growth chamber is going to make our life a whole lot easier. So, processor. We need 1 of each. So let's get a gold and I think it's a Certus Quartz. I'm not sure if it's pure Certus Quartz. It is pure. So we need our pure, our piece of gold, our 2 redstone, our 2 silicon. So 1, 2. We need, yeah, a bit of gold, which is over here. So we're making a lot of headway. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully we can at least get some, or get on the way to having a processor, or not a processor, but an Applied Energistics system in today. Engineering press should be that one, or is it nope. Which one is it? Logic. That's fine. Then we just need the 2 silicon presses being done. So silicon, that one I can easily see all the time, because it's just the main shape of the entire thing. I'm not sure if it allows these to stack. I'm not even sure if they do stack, do they? I assume they do. Yes, they do. So take that out. We're going to then throw these in. And luckily this allows them to stack, just the regular one doesn't. So you normally can't have items in there if something else is processing, it seemed, for the other one. But for this one we can. That's all done now. Loot chest. Magma cube charm. Getting a lot of those. Is there actually any use to them? No, there's just that. Okay, so I assume we can just keep them for equivalent exchange when we get to it, or Project E rather, when we get to that. So put those in there. The presses can also go in there. What is next on the agenda? These are all completed. ME chest and then 1K storage cell. So I actually want to I mean, I'll make an ME chest, but I think what we'll do is that, and then next episode, we'll go into the storage cells. I'll quickly look into all this stuff. You know, I want to, next episode, get this sorted, a drive at least with at least, you know, 8. Is it 8? Is it 8 or 10? I'm not sure. But a full set of either 1K or 4K. I'm not sure how much a 64K costs, because I don't know the recipes too well. Let's actually check. So that's actually going to be not actually that bad. Maybe I could try and get a 64K cell sorted. I mean, resource-wise, it actually shouldn't be too difficult, it doesn't look like. Especially with the growth accelerator we have, just glowstone, we can get that fairly easy. Quartz glass and engineering processor. You know, we just need a lot of these scale upwards. And then we just need a few Certus Quartz. We don't even need pure, we just need regular Certus Quartz. So it's actually pretty damn good. So, and also with this producing its, you know, stuff every so often, that actually isn't a huge deal for us. So, yeah, I don't think we'll do the ME chest, actually. Actually, let's check. I don't know how... Like, it's going to be useless straight off, because we're going to need... Yeah, I think I'll do all that next episode, because then we can do all the formation cores and such. And I'll work out exactly all the materials we need. So I'm not sure if this was a shorter episode or a longer episode, I'm not sure. But we at least got the start of Applied Energistics done. We've got the 2 upgraded versions of all this. We completed however many quests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different quests for one quest line. And then... yeah, once we have all this together, also we have a bunch of these I forgot to claim in the last episode. So I always go back to check. Diamond shield and some resonant upgrade kits. I think we already had 2 of those, did we not? Yep, they're in here. And the diamond shield, can that be used for anything? Can we pulverize it into diamond? Yeah, I'm going to keep it though, because I'm not sure if it's too useful. In fact, it probably isn't, considering our power at this point, so I'm actually just going to get rid of it. But yeah, my point is, what I want to do is get everything sorted like that, and then when we get some auto-crafting maybe set up, we can get a bunch of solar panels sorted a whole lot easier, because we'll have all our resources in one place, especially if we get like a 64K storage thing. And it does naturally lead on to auto-crafting over here. We don't need to worry about wireless networks, which is this, and this. We can just... I'm happy staying, you know, just going ME chest, networking, over here, drives, and then going down to a 64K storage cell in the next episode if I can. At the very least, I want to just, as I said, get a full storage cell of, or full disk drive of 1K or 4Ks. At the very least. I'm not thinking, you know, to myself, oh, I'm just going to get a full set of 64Ks straight off the bat. But you never know, we might end up doing that, especially considering we've got so many resources at this point that we can sort of use. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm also going to check on the fluid cows. I want to see how they work properly, and after that, we'll get on to what we need. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to carry on these, hopefully as well. As I said, we can get some mob chunks maybe out of this. I'm not sure how to get those right now. It looks like we're not getting them even with 40 looting. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.